So last summer, the U.S. Supreme Court decided that anything the president does as president is, of course, protected by presidential immunity. Even if it is an illegal act, if it's an official act, then the president can do it and never fear prosecution. Now, things that are not official acts, those could be prosecuted, but it's going to be up to the judges to decide. So it is, in fact, a muddled mess that the U.S. Supreme Court created for us. And that brings me to my next viewer question. This one is from @TammyNewWave, who asks, how much of what Trump has done is not eligible for immunity? With every member of his cabinet breaking the law, engaging in war crimes and treason, and stomping all over the Constitution, is it possible to bring them all down, a la Nuremberg trials? It's not enough to impeach him. We need to get rid of all of them. And I agree. The problem, of course, does lie in that immunity ruling and, of course, the president's ability to pardon individuals. I have to imagine, and again, this is just pure speculation, but, you know, he's going to pardon everybody in his administration before he leaves office. You know, there will be inklings at the time. There will be, articles. There will be Democrats promising we're going to investigate. We're going to put this person on trial. We're going to do this. So he'll probably do, a whole bunch of blanket pardons for all of these individuals who are still with him. See, that's the key. Those who are still with him will get the pardons. Anybody who leaves the administration or is fired before the end of the administration, they will not get the pardons. And I do think, obviously, with the way things are going, a lot of people getting under Trump's skin, some of these individuals will, in fact, not get those pardons. I think Pete Hegseth is one, and I think Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the other. Kennedy is dragging this administration down, according to the polling, worse than any other cabinet member. Trump loves him right now, sure, but he is starting to kind of flake on that a little bit. So Kennedy could be one, although technically I don't think anything that he has done is necessarily prosecutable. So Kennedy may not even need a pardon because technically what he's done is not necessarily in violation of U.S. law, at least as of this moment. Hegseth, on the other hand, yeah. If he's the one authorizing these drone strikes on the boats, that, of course, is an international war crime that can happen. So, yeah, I think Hegseth could be in a lot of trouble. Tulsi Gabbard might be another one who doesn't get a pardon because she gets fired beforehand. So we'll see what happens with those individuals. Kash Patel's not going anywhere. Pam Bondi's not going anywhere, at least for the foreseeable future. They're going to be okay. They're going to get those pardons. Now, for Trump himself, however, what can we do? And the answer, unfortunately, and this is not the answer people want to hear, is nothing. I got so many questions when I put out for this Q&A of people asking, like, how can we hold him accountable? What can we do here? What can we do? And sometimes, folks, the answer is an unpleasant one, and it is, there's not anything we can do. Okay? And we have to accept that, and we have to move on. Okay, I'm not trying to scold anybody here, so please don't take it as such. It is just, I don't want anybody to hyperfixate on the vengeance part of it, because it's not going to happen. There is nothing we can do. And once you accept that, then you can move on to more productive means. Like, okay, well, we can't hold him accountable, but what we can do is fix the damage if we get good politicians in place. So focus your energy not on thinking about putting Trump on trial. Focus it on, who is a candidate out there that I can go and support? Who is somebody that if I have money, I can donate to? Who can I hype up on social media? Who can I volunteer with? Where can I go and knock on doors? Focus on those things. Because we are not, and I don't say this with any joy, going to be able to hold Trump accountable in a court of law. It's never going to happen. But what we can do is the second he leaves office, make sure that we have people in office who will immediately start fixing the damage. That is where we focus. That is where we put our energy. That is where we put our hope. Because that is realistic. And unfortunately, with the way the Supreme Court has bastardized the law, holding Trump accountable is sadly not realistic anymore.